Hello everybody, how are we doing today? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the West Coast, where I actually want to get something immediately. Immediately. A purchase must be made. Novacat 301 ED needs to be purchased. F1 next week? I am not caring. Formula 1's boring. It's incredibly dull now. Hello, Simulator Gaming. How am I? Good! I'm sorry the stream is 20 minutes late. I was kind of sort of asleep until recently. And by recently I mean less than half an hour, well, just over half an hour ago. That was my Rustler's burger. I had two and they were delicious. I hope I'm going out a correct way. Looks like I am. I am. Fantastic. Down to the shop we go. Why did I change the grass texture? I have not changed the grass texture yet, TMCC. I want to do a small, tiny little edit to it. To make it a bit more green when it's cut. Because right now I think it's a bit too much on the yellow side. It was better on the BBC. I mean, I don't mean the presentation. I mean the actual sport is terrible. It's dull, it's boring, it's everything Formula 1 should not be. Eddie Scop had Pringles. Very nice, Eddie Scop. Is it up there? It is up there. Septipus needs to work today. I tweeted it out. It should be fine. Should I get like SpamBot 9000 for my Discord as well, guys? Because if I had SpamBot 9000, you guys would already know about the stream in Discord. What's up with the mower? I just wanted to grab a front mower. Where am I going now? So I know there's a second grass field, field 30, which is up the cows? I swear I've just been there, so that's... No, that was field 81 I've just mowed. Ah, over the sheep. So it's up to field 30 and the cows we go now. In fact, I do want the PDA open it just slightly. This, so that I can see what on earth it is I'm doing. Can I do FS15 tomorrow? Not a hope. FS15 is also uninstalled for me. I don't understand why people want to see worse games than what... Like, FS13 and 15 are objectively worse than FS17. If you want FS15, play it yourself. Because I ain't touching it anymore. I've uninstalled it. I've dumped pretty much everything. Which fast track model is this? This is the 3230. I also have the 8000 series fast track somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where at the moment, but it's somewhere. Is tomorrow's plan still a plan? Ah! I have not spoken to the people involved, Fahy, but I would presume so. So we're now in Wales. Potentially by mistake. Nope, that's one way to get the sign out of the way, I guess, Dave. Hello, Ollie. There's recently a new fast track. I did see the new fast track. It looks ridiculous. Why is it so quick? Because it's a fast track. Would you expect a fast track to be slow? TMCC, just mind the language there. Somehow that's not in the blacklist, and it should be. Atrocious driven Dave. Yeah, I know my driving's atrocious. That's kind of the running joke on the have I taken another wrong oh no, I've gone the right way. I know my driving's atrocious. That's kind of the running joke on the channel. Hello, drum lover. Hello. Hello, Kane. Not gonna laugh today. Hello, Kane. How you doing? Yeah, if you want me to laugh instantly, just put those emotes in, and they always trigger me. Hello, Louie. Hello, Louie. How are you doing today? Microphone's in a weird place. There we go. There we go. Have I got coffee? Yes, I do. I always have coffee with my breakfast. So it shouldn't be a surprise if I'm drinking coffee during a stream this soon after getting up. Where's the way into this meadow? Is this the meadow that... No. I've apparently passed it. Which is odd. I've got the fast track stuck on the ground. So you can't do a 3-point turn here, which means I've got to reverse up this way. That's the meadow I want. Is it only accessible if I... Oh, I see where it's accessible. Okay. It's my favorite 70s band. Music is a bit loud, I just noticed. I'm not entirely Thin Lizzy, actually. Thin Lizzy was 70s. It's 5 PM and I just got up. Yes, because I'm an incredibly lazy person. There we go. And into the field we go. Because we have some more mowing to do today. It won't be long before we start having, or before I start wanting to buy more fields. Doing a channel redo with all your thumbnails and BRB screens and stuff. Are you by any chance following Dagowin's video that he did yesterday, where he talked about how he does his thumbnails and stuff? Do I like the grass textures in this map? I like them all except the cut grass texture. I'm gonna be that guy and say it's a bit too yellow for my liking.
Hello, Dave.
James Oliver has just subscribed. Hello, James. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. By field 3, it's 11,000. Where's field 3? Field 3 is where? Is it 11,000 for field 3? That'd be amazing. Hello, Philip. It's Steve Miles. Hello. How old am I? 26,002. Using the idea of drop shells. Ah! I used to do that. I changed my mind. Now I've got pretty much a full little routine I go through in Photoshop for thumbnails. Does the flag messages yoke work on mobile? I don't know if the new system works on mobile, Kian, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I still don't know exactly how it works, because some of the stuff it picks up seems to be completely at random. And then some of the stuff seems to be, you know, makes complete sense why it's been picked up. And then other stuff is just like, why is this a thing? So I have no idea how the new inappropriate messages system works. I'm just glad that it's there, because it gives the moderators one more thing to do. Stops you getting lazy. So we're going to do 3 headlands on this field, I think. I might be the only person not using the 7290R. Or 7230R. 7R. On this map. What combine would I choose if I was to change? On this map, I would go for a Class Lexion 750. What's on the menu tonight? Oh, the menu tonight for my dinner is delicious. Homemade chicken curry. Anyone know if the texture's improved on the West 10 ton? Tell you what. Let's find out. So I'm going to turn on Cheaty Money if he's going to shout at me, but I'm going to test it. I want to have a look at the West trailer. So I'm going to buy real quick, just so I can teleport to it. I heard him in. This will all get sold off with Creative Money still on. So we're going to just take a little break here and have a look at the West 10 ton silage trailer. Which it's still got the same picture from FS13. Where is the Hurleyman? That in there's a mess, but easily fixed. It doesn't look entirely bad, but it's very monolithic looking. And the mesh, to give it a very simple word, looks atrocious. That is a joke. Like, that is... How anybody thought that was good enough for a mod is beyond me. The warning signs are pixelated to high hell. It doesn't look entirely bad, but that wire mesh pretty much needs to be redone entirely. The mesh is terrible. It's not even just a bit blah. It is objectively terrible. And that's just down to laziness. Like, if I were to get... Let me think what's another mod that has mesh on it. This. The Smith Supercube. So this also has a mesh, as you can see. But oh hey, look! There's only a teeny tiny little white border on this. You can see the white border. But it's only 1 pixel all around. Whereas on this, oh, I think the blue's only 1 pixel as well. Blue's maybe 2-3 pixels. That's easily fixed though. That is easily fixed. But if you're comparing to the Smith Supercube, which is a similar sized trailer, go with the Smith, not the West. So let's get rid of the stuff that I just bought, which is the Hurleyman, the Smith Supercube silage trailer, and the West 10-ton silage trailer. And whoops, Shift G, create money off, and back over to back over to the fast track. Check the Red Rock. The Red Rock honestly has bigger problems than Mesh. The animations on the Red Rock are just pointlessly long. And if I knew how to change the XML to fix that, I would. But yeah, if you want a recommendation of a new size trailer, get the Smith Supercube or something to that effect. Not the West. The West is not very good, unfortunately. And has the West come out on consoles as well? The mods might be the only people to be actually able to answer that, because I do have console in the blacklist. Where to get the West Side shirt? It's on Giant's Mod Hub, but it's not worth getting. It's not worth downloading. It's a typical ARM team mod, which has a decent enough model, which maybe or maybe not needs, maybe needs a bit of updating, but it's fine. It's on console. Well done, console people. You have an officially terrible mod. It's a typical ARM team mod from FS17 in that it's got an okay model, it's got okay functionality more than likely. It is let down entirely 110% by the texture work, because ARM teams seem, I don't know if this is true, ARM teams seem completely incapable of doing good textures. Why am I using keys? You love it when I use the wheel. You love it when I use the wheel because it's less clicky. And the reason I'm using the keyboard is because I'm lazy. I've got the wheel set up. It's just that when I'm doing most jobs, I'm just lazy. I'll be honest, I'm just lazy. It saves me having to move as much. Hello, Pedro. How are you doing today? I'm almost surprised I haven't got any people shouting at me for using a fast track on some mowers. Mobile chat is broken again. Maybe it's just your phone is broken, Eddie. Did you consider that as a possibility? B as well. Yeah. It's just easier to use mouse and keyboard. Yeah, it's it's great to use the wheel, and it especially with head tracking, it does give you a bit more immersion in the game. But honestly, when I'm streaming, it doesn't bother me to use keyboard and mouse. Why not use a controller like Landy? Because that would mean I'd have 3 different keybinds for everything instead of 2. Also, it would mean that I'd have to have the controller plugged in instead of the wheel. Why is there a problem with the fast track mowing? It's just something you don't see much in real life. Hello, Noah Oden. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. You still haven't checked out West Coast, Pedro. You are the most useless git in the history of useless gits. And Fahy, I would, if I were you, and this is what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plan for both eventualities for tomorrow. Because we know how, you know who is with actually doing things on time. We're 19 likes and 44 people watching. Come on, guys, if you're enjoying, hit the like button. Let's get a like spike going. You have FS17, very nice, Noah. You're in Pedro's boat. Kian! You use this too. Console players have an excuse. Console players have a legitimate excuse of, I can't get the West Coast yet. PC guys, you got no excuse to not have checked this map out yet. It will 100% get you back into Farm Sim if you're not... You're a bit burnt out or whatever. It'll get you back into Farm Sim. Ooh. I accidentally hired a worker. Why is my sub goal full of ones? Because I like repetition. And we can in theory hit 6,111 today. You've been bidding in city skylines, making inappropriate shapes with your roads. I don't know if I have a tether and stuff. I also don't know if I can put the mower down like this. Cannot. You have this map? Awesome. What do you think of it then, Noah? There we go, that's the rear mower down. You think I do have a tether? I'll check in the garage in a sec. Because that's the quickest way to check if I've got a tether, and if I don't have a tether I can buy one. I think I should do a video where I mess up the key bindings and try to play Farm Sim. Well, that'll be all well and good, except I'd remember the key bindings that I just set. You start off with one anyway. Yeah, but I changed the starter vehicles. Let's see, Moors. I did not give myself a tether or a windrower. I am officially an idiot. So let's have a look in tethers here. It's between... It's between the Deutz Farcondi Master 8331 at 8.3 meters, the Kuhn GF 8702, I'm gonna let you guys decide, and the Krone. So it's between these three here. The hay bombs would be great, but they're too small. So Kuhn, Deutz or Krone, place your votes now. Deutz and Kuhn have 1 vote each. 2 votes for Kuhn, 1 vote for Deutz. 2 votes each. Now the Krone's winning by 1 vote. 2 votes. Okay, now the Kuhn and the Krone are level. Krone because it costs more, so it's... Oh, it does cost significantly more. It's close. It looks like Krone is winning. Should I say Krone? Looks like Krone is winning with Kuhn not too far behind. Okay, I'm gonna say Krone's won because the spam's starting now. I'm gonna say Krone's won because this is probably the best tether in the game. Now for windrowers. And oh, I didn't activate the one that I wanted. Well, in that case, oh, that's annoying. 4.6 meters. 9.3. That's actually... Huh, that's exactly double that. Let's get the Coon GA, which is kind of annoying because it... Actually, do you know what? I'm going to activate the one that I actually do want. So let's just go to the BRB screen while I do this. The class rig? That's on Upton, but I actually want it on this map too. The issue is going to be finding the damn thing. Because I have like 300 mods. Where is it? Where is it? It's the chrome stuff. Bill forks. F D. Ah, there it is. Why did I go all out in JCB tractors wise? Because I wanted to have a color scheme. And the color scheme I wanted was yellow. The colors I wanted to have on the map were yellow, yellow, and yellow. So two of the tractors are JCB fast tracks. And the third is a Challenger MT775E, which we can use on a plow. Is there a mod list? No, because it would take me about 7 hours to find links for all my mods. So if we go into the shop now, we can buy the actual windrower I want, which is the Class Liner 2700 at 8.2 meters, which is a nice little balance between size and maneuverability, and something that looks realistic as well. So what I'd like to do, I don't know if I'll be able to, is I would like to purchase a field like 5 or something. Field 3 wouldn't be bad either, actually, just looking at it. And to appease the Fahi, I am going to drive down to the shop in the fast track. I'm also potentially going to skip night very soon. Which will mean that I'll need to possibly remow the grass. But, gonna get this down to the shop. And, should be a road linkage here.
Hello, Dave!
Fantastic.
Dave!
Thomas Bardo. I'm really glad that I read that 3 times, because I almost called you Thomas Barge. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. You like how the hedges have no collisions? They do have collisions. The collisions are just on the bail, the BulletBill's collisions. They're the BulletBill specials, so they do have collisions. It's just that you normally won't experience them. It's to stop around bails from going completely AWOL on maps. Because the round bails tend to act in odd ways at times. Hello, George. Your internet also says nope to 144p. Ah, your internet's saying nope to being in the internet today, monster, I hear. Do I want to go over to field 3 and see if I can buy it? I think I've taken a wrong turn here, because... Yes, I have in fact taken a wrong turn, because now I'm just heading off in a random direction. Hello there, Thomas Fletcher. And hello, PB. You're watching at 720 TMCC. I did mean to up my bitrate and stuff, but I completely forgot. there's actually more stuff that I've forgotten. Think I'll go back to multiplayer? Not publicly. The public multiplayer was just a mental breakdown waiting to happen, effectively. As much as I hate to admit that, it was. If I go this way, can I get to the shop a bit faster? No. If I go this way... because the shop's just over there. If I go this way, I can use this road to get around. In theory... I think I should use a wheel. Possibly. Let's go over to field 3 and see how much it actually costs. What is it? 18,000. That's a reasonable sized field for 18,000. Let's buy it. And let's have a look at field 4 as well. Actually, field 16, which granted it's in potatoes at the moment, which you can't do anything with. 37,000. Bought. How about field 17 if I can find the entrance? Field 17's entrance is in a weird place. Field 12? 60,000. Okay, so we're out of money, but we do have 2 more fields. That is, I think, a good exchange. Get Landy to do MP. Landy has an open invitation to join that. Hello, Tommy. Right. Let's head over. I think this is going to be the best way to get there. Possibly. Let's head over to the sheep, because we do need to head over to the sheep. Hang on a second. There's a little joke there that I like. There's Oxygen David's Tasty Burgers. And Sam's Fish and Chips just over here. How curious. Also, all of the umbrellas do have the Frontier Design logo on them. Because BulletBill is a smart man. You've been playing The Witcher 3 lately. I need to get back into that game, I think. Suggest a good tractor mod. Ford TW25 by MattXJS. Probably one of the best tractor mods there is. What's the joke about it? The joke is, if you don't understand the joke, I'm not explaining the joke. Because it involves people's real names. Involves somebody's real name, and I'm not gonna give that out without them giving the go ahead. Hello, Payne and Sons. How are you doing today?
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave? Dave there.
Verkas Bedrin number 2. Okay, what happened to Verkas Bedrin number 1? Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Where's the gate? Where's the gate? Where's the gate? There's the gate. 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 Through the gate. Through the gate. Through the gate. I'm going to annoy everybody like this. The Harvester on thumbnail, where did I get it, or is it the base game? That is from Mod Hoster. Hey Delta. Thank you for popping in at the very least. I'll probably talk to you later on Discord. I've been terrible at messaging people on Discord of late. It's the way that I want to go. This is the way I want to go. Kick the hay out into the field a bit more. There we go. I'm just making sure that it's clear of the hedges and whatnot for when I'm windrowing. So it makes life a bit easier for me. The harvester I'm using in the thumbnail is the New Holland CX8000. Ooh. From the New Holland CX8000 pack that's on ModHoster. It is a pretty good pack. I know there's a CX8000 pack also on the Mod Hub. Different pack. Hello, Evo. Hope I'm doing well. I am doing well indeed. Been a bit lazy today, but I slept well, at least. For the first time in a little while. So I'm well rested, at least. You made hay just last weekend? Been making a lot of hay in game lately. I know that it's silly to be heading at 7 PM in game, but why not? There we go. Let's get the hay tedded up. I've just spotted a problem, by the way. BulletBill has, in all of his ingeniousness, and I think he's done this, I'm pretty sure he's done this on purpose. He's made the grass texture, the cut grass texture, almost the exact same as the hay texture. So maybe I'm wrong about it being the wrong shade of green. Maybe I'm very wrong about it being the wrong shade of green. I thought it was a bit too yellow, but apparently if the hay is the same color, I'm gonna actually do something reasonably smart here, which is I'm gonna turn off plant growth, and we're gonna fast forward through the night. There we go. Do I like lattes? No, I like cappuccinos. Hello, PCG191. How are you doing today? When you're playing, it's nearly completely yellow. There is a bit of a... I don't know, it might be my screen doing this. Now turn plant growth back on. I'm actually going to keep it off temporarily because I do need to do both meadows and get them all sorted out. Why was the West Coast taken off not up for console? Because it was never on there in the first place, John. What is going on with consoles in the West Coast is BulletBill is trying to work some issues. It has had a few failures. Blacklist is being a bit weird. West Coast has had a few failures for console and testing. And what's going on there is BulletBill's doing his absolute best to get them fixed, but he's having to work blind. Giants don't have the tools available to Bill that will allow him to test whether or not he's actually fixed the problem. So he's having to blindly fix something and change things. Hope that he's done the right thing to it. Because all he gets told is, this file has failed. With no explanation why or how. And he's expected to fix it. With no way of testing it. So, he's having to work blind. Giants aren't helping at all. They're point blank refusing to, in fact. And I've spoken about this in episode 1 of the West Coast. I'm going to put this simply for everybody on consoles. Not out of being mean, but because it's the easiest way to say this. I don't think there should be mods on console as things stand. I think Giants need to reevaluate everything and put some sort of testing environment for consoles into Giants Editor, which I have heard they're planning for FS19, but that's a bit late for now. They shouldn't have to react to this kind of stuff 2 years late. They should have done this to begin with. They should have had a console testing environment of some description, even if it's just like it just runs it through the Giants test. That should have been in Giants Editor to begin with, not, you know, put in the next version 2 years down the line. And that, I think, is why there's not many mods on consoles, because Giants are failing stuff with little to no explanation why. See you, Stevie. It's like, yeah. It's not even like building a house, blind drummer. Drum lover, have I... Okay, so this is the edge of the map, so I've clearly gone wrong somewhere. It's not even like building a house, it's like trying to do brain surgery blind. Because, especially for BulletBill, the issue that he's run into is XML related and seemingly a shader. Also, I love how fast tracks are technically legally allowed onto motorways. So he's having to tweak a shader in an XML file, send it to Giants, and hope that that's the correct answer. But he'll only find out if it's the correct answer if the map passes testing, which, because of the way Giants are doing things, he'll only know if it's passed testing if he doesn't get a fail message. Hello, Landy. I'm just talking about the way Giants are screwing up mods on consoles. Do you want to put your 2 cents in there, or are you good? I see what the problem is. I was going the entire wrong way around the map. That would explain a lot. So it's... yeah, there's an idiot. You don't need to tell me I'm an idiot, guys. I already know. People keep asking about West Coast on consoles, and the simple answer is Giants are screw-ups. Just like me. So I was trying to get to the cow farm by going the entire wrong way from the pig farm. The sheep farm, even. Although it looks like I can take this next right to get to the cow farm. Simple thing, yeah, they just need to give the modders the tools to test. So that they're not sending stuff off blind and wasting Giants' time testing mods that are going to fail. I mean, it's not even a case of me saying this for the sake of it, but I think until that point, until Giants actually have that sorted out, there shouldn't be mods on consoles. And yeah, Landy's streaming at 7. My stream's going to be cut a bit shorter than usual because I screwed up and didn't get up on time. Because I'm sleep. I needed my beauty sleep. You can't be as wonderfully beautiful as I am without having to oversleep a few days in the week. But at least Landy admitted I'm beautiful. I'm wrong. How am I wrong? Tell me how I'm wrong. Should have seen that coming, Landy. Like, a bit beginning early tomorrow. If I'm up in time, yes. Am I wrong, weekend vlogger? Because all I've said is the Giants shouldn't... there shouldn't be mods on consoles, and I think it should be pressure from modders, not the community. It should be pressure from modders that stops it. Until Giants release the tools that modders actually need to bring out mods on consoles. With a lot more ease than it currently is. Hello, Kirsten. Because you've seen some poop that looks better. You clearly have never seen Pedro's dog, because that dog is adorable. Louis, that's kind of creepy. I should say, by the way, I'm likely to actually have another haircut this weekend. Because the top of my hair, the top of my head, the hair is a bit too long still. So I'm likely to get, for the first... after not having a haircut in like 2 years, I'm likely to get a second haircut within 3 weeks. Lanny's going to be streaming at 7, guys. So in just under an hour, Landy will be starting up his stream. Well, I think it's a little... Correct me if I'm wrong, Peter. Is it a little Scotty? Dave's gonna be a 5-week haircut guy. I'm gonna be that guy that actually has short hair now. Because it's not going back. It's not gonna go back long. That's kind of it done. As far as long-haired Dave is concerned, it's done. It's been done. Gonna move on. She's a Maltese. Ah. What'll I do if I don't like FS19 when it comes out? Probably play FS19 anyway, or play Cattle and Crops. Because by the time FS19 comes out, Cattle and Crops might just be out. And Andy and I have been kind of tracking Pure Farming as well. That's one that it looked good to begin with, and the more we're seeing, the more we're hearing, the more questions we get, the more questions we have. Because as of yet, they refuse to talk about anything to do with multiplayer or modding, which are two things that I think are completely necessary in a farming game. If it doesn't have multiplayer, if it doesn't have modding, it's done. The day it arrives, it's dead. There won't be any interest because, well, why would I want a farming game that doesn't have modding when I can have Farm Sim? Why do I want a farming game that doesn't have multiplayer when I can have Farm Sim? If they're trying to take on Farm Sim, surely they should at least have the same basic features as Farm Sim and then expand on it. Because that's what any farming game is trying to do. Cattle and Crops are trying to do it, and they're expanding on it with Cattle and Crops have announced publicly that there will be multiplayer. Cattle and Crops are made by modders, so there will be modding, and it'll be probably easier than Farm Sim modding, or just as easy. Mods should always be in games. Games should always be moddable, yes, because it's how games get longevity, especially farming games. How long left? About 55 minutes, 5 minutes. The farming games in particular are very susceptible to a quick death by lack of mods. See a lot of potential. I see the world of potential in Cattle and Crops. You may have a go at making them up. What do I recommend? Well, here's the question for you, Drum Lover, if you want to make a map. What map do you want to see? What, is there a map that you would like that nobody has made yet? That is the first question anybody who wants to make a map should ask themselves. Is, what map do I want that doesn't exist? And that won't exist for a while. Because for me, that map was a high quality Irish map based around my area in County Tipperary. Based in County Tipperary to, as much as possible, Oxygen David's standards, Oakfield excluded because no. That's an impossible standard, I think. I was looking at the support, the whip topic for Oakfield yesterday with Landy, and I found one picture and I said to Landy, is that in game or is it real? And after about 2 minutes we realized that was an in-game picture because we saw the edge of the road. Why am I always talking and moaning about mods? Disrespect mods, not their job, they do it for fun, so I think. I'm 100% with you, Weekend Vlogger, I respect modders. But what you might notice is I'll always find a negative in every mod. And it's not me moaning for the sake of moaning, it's me saying, here's the thing you can improve on. Because I'm a modder, I make mods myself, I'm working on a map myself. And I would much prefer people to say, oh, this is great, but there's this problem here. There's this, right here, there's a problem. You need to improve on that. I'd much prefer people to say, the map is great, but that's bad. You need to work on that bit. And so with every mod that I get and I use, I always find something wrong with it. And that's not me being negative for the sake of being negative. It's me saying, this is great, but you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And it's pointless pretending like everybody is. And most of the stuff that I've been talking about that's properly negative is on Giant's end. It's Giants not giving the modders tools that modders need to make stuff as good as possible. It's the biggest weakness in modding right now, is Giants are really shortchanging modders. Because the mods on console think, it's a great idea, I'm 100% behind mods on console. But, ooh. I found an issue with this thing. The wheels on the wings are apparently always down, so it's leaving random tire tracks everywhere. But, like, Giant said, oh, there'll be mods on console. Great! Where are the tools for the modders to help with that? Oh, we don't have them yet, they'll be in 2 years' time. What? I was talking about the West trailer. Yeah, the West trailer is a hot mess. It's a great model, but the texture work is atrocious. And that's the same with everything from ARM Team in FS17 so far. Landy, if you get a chance before your stream, have a look at the West trailer that came out today. Specifically the mesh on it. That is a hot mess. That is an absolute unmitigated disaster of a mod. By West, does it mean Richard Western? No, it's a West trailer. New one that came out today. That I would not recommend you downloading. Hello, Jim Man. I am doing well. How are you doing? Like so. Did they try to texture something in? Yeah, the West trailer, the mesh is about 6 pixels. Not very good at all. It's from FS13, yeah. It's West 10 Tron from 13. This is hanging off random stuff I've just noticed. I think this has wonky collisions, you know. Why is the collision box that big? That's something I can fix later on, but that explains why it's leaving stuff everywhere. Good lord. What would I say is the funniest glitch in Farm Sim? That time that Sim managed to get the Valtra flying across Coldbra. Why did they do that? The wings themselves have collisions, so they should. So I'm gonna have to do some testing with this thing, because I'm 90% sure I can improve this. Just by fixing the little issues that I keep finding. So now we'll use the wheel and pedals, because this is going to be easier for windrowing. Ah! The wheel is set to 100% resistance. Wonderful. So I'm going to just tab out real quick. Windrower that drifts. Yeah, and it's... Why is that not available? What the crap? Apparently YouTube's saying I'm streaming and not streaming at the same time. The button isn't there. We go. The button didn't appear. How odd. I need to just open up this real quick. Mods, yeah. FSM... People don't seem to get that FS17 is a new game and you need to basically redo your entire texture work just to get it up to scratch. It's a shame that people don't do it. It's a real shame because there's some great mods with terrible textures. The Merlot's a good example. That's a great mod, but the texture work is just an unmitigated disaster. I'm waiting, by the way, for my Logitech profiler to actually build a game database. Currently it's saying I've got Left 4 Dead, which I don't. How are we? Mildly frustrated by Logitech being a dumb nugget. There we go. Logitech profiler's opened. All that just to reduce the resistance on the wheel. Off we go once again. I think FS17's great. You're playing FS... Oh! FS17 is much better than any other farm sim. That is something that we are never going to question. Or deny. The issue is that modders don't seem to recognize that the way mods work in FS17 is completely different. Should turn that off. Yeah. Left 4 Dead always happens. Yeah, for some reason with me it gets stuck on Daikatana when it launches, which I've never owned. I'm going to have to do many tweaks to this windrower. Pedro, do you want to have a little mini project for funsies? Because I'd like this thing to work properly. And I don't think I've actually got the knowledge to get this thing working properly. Did I ever turn plant growth back on? Not yet, monster, don't worry. I know what I'm doing for once. It's intentionally off at the moment. Do you want a mini project? Because I'd love for this glass liner to work correctly. But it's just not going to. It should just be resize the collision. Yeah, I'm actually going to try deleting the middle collision entirely because it's just way too big. Here we go. Hello, Jack Phillips. How are you doing? Yeah, it's ridiculous that people are still trying to bring FS13 mods forward when the caliber of what's expected has increased so much. That their mods just look silly. Their mods just look bad now, and it gives some modders a bad name and a bad reputation. Arm Team, I think, are one of these modders now that is giving themselves a bad reputation because they're not moving with the times. They're doing... Just make it a little bit wider in the body, should be okay. Okay. If you're wrong, Pedro, I will shout at you. What happened to my hair? I cut it. I had it cut just over a week ago, so I'm kind of surprised people are still asking, OMG Dave, where's your hair gone? But I think ARM Team are giving themselves a bad name at the moment because they're just doing kind of lazy reskins. Can I not just send it to you to begin with, Pedro? That'd be the much easier option. Now I'll faff about with it tonight and see if I can't get it working. I want to get back into G tonight anyway, so not a big deal. And yes, for the people who are wondering, that does mean what you think it means. Mapping will be happening tonight. Off stream and off camera because I'm trying to get back into it again. So I'll be doing it kind of slowly with no pressure on me. I'm streaming it kind of feels like I'm under pressure to get stuff done. I look like Landy with the beard. Yeah, I guess. In reality, we're just two fat men with round heads that like farm sim. But people seem to think we look alike. What's happening? We're just doing some windrowing at the moment. Getting some hay made for the cows. I don't have any silage ready. And I've just realised I should possibly have bought a silage field or a cornfield. Whoops! Should probably have bought a cornfield so that I could have done something with. Oh, nuts. Could the mods show that message? Please. Because Drumlovers just said I'm not fat. There we go. That is the new system on YouTube, by the way. Is apparently fat is a trigger word. People think you and Bill look like. It's just the thing. It's like two guys with round faces that happen to like farming. Suddenly you look alike. Hello, VF. Hello, Tom. It's kind of funny. It's also funny that people think I'm crapping on modders when I say, you know, a mod is terrible. No, I'm crapping on the mod they made, not themselves. I think the modders deserve a lot of respect for putting in their free time like they do, but if they make something that maybe shouldn't have been released or I feel is rushed, I'm gonna say it shouldn't have been released or I feel it's rushed. Because I think they deserve the truth, not some praise fest because, oh, you put in so much work and look at what you made. I'm not one of these people who think people deserve, you know, medals for taking part. Life has winners and losers. It's always been that way, and I'm going to call out the losers. I'm also going to call out the winners and say, you've done a good job. Like my videos? Yes, please, Monster, actually. Yes, thank you. I was going to say that later on, but thank you for reminding me. I've gone the wrong way. How do I turn around here? Let's see, can I spin this around? Just about. If the hedges had collisions, I'd be in more trouble. It's constructive criticism. If somebody's made something that is objectively bad, like the collisions on this rake, I'll say it's objectively bad. Why is the rake floating? Because the collisions are wonked. The collisions are incredibly wonked. Easily fixed, but annoying. For now, at least. That would explain a lot, because I was wondering why it was weird and floaty, and had a habit of drifting. Now I know why it's weird, floaty, and has a habit of drifting. Yeah, this needs fixing, and I'll be doing that later tonight. How do you lock your game to 60 FPS? You can't. But I should mention, people have been saying to Landy that he's been having lag in his videos. Now I've got pretty similar PC specs to Landy. It's collisions for little wheels. Yeah, they're completely wrong. Looks like the in-game one reskinned. It's the in-game one from FS15 reskinned, Landy. And somehow they managed to enact the collisions in the conversion. People have been saying Landy's been having lag issues now. I've got similar specs, and you can see I'm streaming with XSplit, which takes frames anyway. I've knocked, what, 6 frames at one point there. Oh, there we go, another 2. Another 1 briefly. You like the hover conversion, Mark? I don't think it should stay because it's annoying. So, ooh, I went down to 49 there. That's probably the bales doing that. Yeah, I've got a GTX 980. My game a disc copy? No, Steam copy. I should say, by the way, because people were asking me lately, there is one direction on West Coast which actually kills FPS. Oh, there it is! Off over that way. 48 FPS. Yeah, now he's got a 970, which I think has actually similar specs to my 980, because my 980 is a weak one. Zero friction on transport. Yes, but it does have a habit of doing that. And confusing the crap out of me. Yeah, the 970 is a good card. I want a 1080 Ti. People have been asking me lately, am I going to play Forza 7 when it comes out? Well, I can give you an answer right here, right now. And the answer is I bought Forza 7, or pre-ordered it, last night. And I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition. So that's your answer about Forza. Can you upgrade graphics cards on laptops? Nope. It's like a waggly tail. It's a very annoying waggly tail, Mark. Why what? Why did I buy Forza? Because Forza. I'll probably end up buying P-Cars 2 as well. Granted, it is a lot of money after going down the drain for Forza. So if I don't like it, I'm kind of screwed. But I feel like I feel like it's worth it because I'm gonna play the crap out of Forza off camera anyway. And I want to give Landy and Sim and the guys some Nordschleife lessons, so that they can beat you around the Nürburgring as well, Pedro. By the way, guys, I'm gonna let you guys in a little secret that I've been keeping. I have been we'll be able to play multiplayer, yeah, and give you guys Nordschleife lessons. But I've been holding a challenge for Pedro for I think a month now, where I've told Pedro about a month ago to do a lap in the Nürburgring Nordschleife endurance course with a Mazda MX-5 Cup. And the lap time he had to beat was a 10:45 or something? You've only tried it twice. You're not trying hard enough. 10 minutes 45 seconds in a Mazda Cup car. Now, here's the fun thing. That lap I set for Pedro, because it was a lap I set, was just a one-off lap. I was just kind of screwing about and messing about, and I set a 10:40 something. Pedro's yet to beat it, and he's supposedly good at Assetto Corsa. His biggest issue is actually getting onto the Nürburgring, or getting into the Nordschleife, because apparently he keeps spinning over there. And I will admit that turn is a bit of a pain in the rear end, but it's not as bad as Pedro seems to think it is. What do we miss, Funky Combine? Most of the stream, actually. We've got about 35 minutes left. But the Nordschleife, the Nürburgring Nordschleife, is genuinely one of my favourite tracks to drive. It's usually my test track in Assetto Corsa. Just to give you guys an idea of how much I like the Nordschleife. That's my test track. That's a 22 or 25 kilometer test track. Have I got Dirt Rally? Yes, I do. I don't like it. I'm so bad at Dirt Rally that I just refuse to play it. Why I know Seasons? Because Seasons is annoying. Seasons slows the game down too much. Bathurst for the win. Bathurst is another good track. Although I'm terrible at Bathurst. Nordschleife is just fun though. There's a nice mix of corners that'll challenge every car in the world. Here's where Pedro says Project Hell helped me. Because back in the day I was doing a challenge on Project Cars where I took every car in the game around the Nürburgring Nordschleife. And Pedro's going to claim that helped. Helped me beat him silly on the Nordschleife. No. Because the Project Cars Nordschleife, if memory serves, is not laser scanned. It is a different track. Good Road Revival is currently on. Yes, I know what I'm watching later on. I'm going to be watching a replay of that. Am I going to stream at ETS? Probably not. By the way, fun thing, ETS is coming back tomorrow. Euro Truck is coming back to the channel tomorrow. I did say I'd be waiting until Pro Mods 2.2 is out. It is now out. There is a video recorded. And Fahy's going to be angry. He's going to be an angry Fahy. Because I accidentally took a job to Wexford from Limerick. I was meant to go from Limerick to Galway. I accidentally went Limerick to Wexford because number one, there was no jobs to Galway. And number two, I accidentally hit the go button. Show off a massive MP session pre-cars too. I'm probably going to be on Forza with the guys. Screwing about and giving them Nordschleife lessons on how to drift in the Nordschleife. Yeah, well, you could aber keine Moderatoren spricht Deutsch. Can I do the Hunter stream? No. 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 The reason behind that is YouTube would get angry at me if I did the Hunter. YouTube would get very angry. Is the Assetto Corsa any good? It's very good. YouTube is weird at the moment, and if I were to do a Hunter stream, I'd be risking a lot of stuff. Could be an option for the other channel. The Hunter? Ah, that's not a bad call, actually. I might. I'm the best streamer now. If I was the best streamer, I'd have like 10,000 people watching right now and be like, I don't know what to do anymore because I can't read chat. Why would they get angry? Because they've got their new nothing can get ads anymore system. If you annoy YouTube. And yeah, it'll probably class it as not advertiser friendly, which has been classing Landis Farm Sim as forever, and I don't know why. Worth 20 euro? Absolutely, yeah, Assetto Corsa is worth 20 euro. If you've got a wheel, Assetto Corsa is 100% worth 20 euro. Especially if it comes with all the DLC. Because the DLC is what really makes Assetto Corsa for me. Alright, that's that done. So if you don't want me to tell you that there is an upcoming update to the Hunter coming. And a big one at that. Do you think Class will come to FS19? I think the odds of Class are every bit as good as the odds of John Deere. And any other brand. There's rumours going both ways. Okay, so yeah, that does have collisions. Interesting. You might get... if you want a sim racing experience, Assetto Corsa is probably the way to go. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to tar this over to the main yard. Where did I tar this to? I've tarred this onto a silo. There we go. Because what I want to do is I want to grab the 8,000. And the baler. Which should be in field 15. Then over here, where's the baler? There's the baler. And the doozy. Because we do have another field to bale up. The remodel, some of the map due to issues of crashing. Yeah. Should work on a farm with big machinery. What, in real life? There's no farms with like really big machinery in Ireland. So that wouldn't even be, that'd be a non-starter because nothing near me has big machinery. YouTube is very broken. YouTube is very broken 99% of the time. So let's get some baling done here. We're gonna have excess straw bales, which is good. We can sell some of them. Landy, did you see what I put into the team chat? Because that final clue confirmed exactly what we're getting. Or what the update is. And it's an interesting one. I'm assuming Landy's still here. You didn't? Siberia. That picture they posted today was a picture after the Tunguska event in Siberia, in Russia. So that is going. It looks increasingly like we'll be getting a Siberian map. You did it as well. Well, yeah, but I didn't even have to look at the comments to see that was Siberia.
Dave is Vape Lord. I am Vape Lord 9922. That is my real name.
You must get that game. It's only really, honestly, it's only fun multiplayer because, for me at least, because the silliness tends to happen. You right-clicked on that image and searched it on Google. I didn't need to. I had that in my mind, Google. I don't need to search a lot of stuff because I know it already. That was when was the Tunguska event? 1892, I believe. It was either 1892 or 1902. $1908. I wasn't too far off. I played Just Cause 3. Yes, I finished it. I'm actually playing through it at the moment again, on and off, for funsies. And when I want to be super stealthy. Quiet chat. Who's in game? Whoever's in game, put yes into the chat, please. Or just FS. Either yes or FS. I want to prove a point again. The lurkers come out because they've been in game. While you're at a game, hit the like button. It's always fun to prove that point. Like, oh, chat's very quiet. Okay, whoever's in game, put something into chat right now. And I just bail cannoned. Everybody saw that. That was a bail cannon. It's always fun to prove the point that most people who are watching Farm Sim streams are actually playing Farm Sim themselves. Or doing something to that effect. Because when chat goes super quiet, it just means there's more people in game than out of it. Something you learn over time. And through personal experience. Hello, George. Except Pedro. Except Pedro. Pedro's just weird and smelly. That's what he gets from being from Cork. FS... Oh, I forgot to switch the mod on. FSUK, Fahy, has a bail counter now that I forgot to switch on, so I don't know how it works. Hello, George. So we got what, 60 people in chat right now. If we're not on at least 50 likes, I'll be very unhappy. You don't want to make me unhappy, guys, do you? You don't want to make a sad Dave. If we're not on 50 likes or more, I'll be a sad Dave. So if we're not on 50 likes, get us up there. 68. That's better. That's not a sad Dave. That's a pleased Dave. Now I wonder, can I be cheeky and see if we can get to 100? Let's see if we can get to 100 likes, guys. Bell counter in the pause menu. Well, yeah, but there's a live bit. 69. If Sim is here, that's what he's done. He's caused the 69. I'm distracting you from Eagle, Pickles, and Sandwich. What happened to children's programs? Like, in all seriousness. Because they went from being genuinely educational to just random noises. I know Teletubbies were kind of the start of it, but like, it went from educational stuff like Rosie and Jim and Postman Pat and Thomas the Tank Engine, Farmin Sam, to In the Night Garden with Iggle Piggle and Beagle Boggle and Wiggle 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 Wiggle. They stopped being educational. Now it's just kind of, we're gonna make random noises and call it educational for kids. Over the Engine, Bagpuss, yeah. Like when I was growing up, it was Rosie and Jim, Thomas the Tank Engine, Postman Pat, Fireman Sam. The Little Grey Frog. Now that's an odd one because I never watched that because the only way it was available was in Irish and I'm not fluent, and I never was. So I never actually got to watch that in English. Whenever it was on, it was just kind of weird noises for me, effectively. What's Rosie and Jim? Oh god. Seriously, you don't know what Rosie and Jim is? Have we got to the point where people have actually forgotten Rosie and Jim? Oh, and Bosco! Bosco back in my youth. Oh, the older Irish people remember Bosco. Pedro will definitely remember Bosco. Bananas and pajamas as well. Bosco's the one thing that makes Pedro childish. Because it's just a thing for Irish people of a certain age. Or over a certain age. That like, they hear the word Bosco and the theme tune starts playing in their head. Classic TV like Dad's Army. Yeah, like there's no good... There's a reason I don't watch TV anymore, and it's because TV just isn't as good as it used to be. Yes, I watch Game of Thrones, but I do that on the internet. 64 Zooline. Tommy, you're a bit young to be talking about like kids' TV shows of the 90s. What's better, TeamSpeak or Discord? It depends on what you want. Discord's great for like a full community thing. TeamSpeak's great for just talking. Discord is free, yes, but there's a quality difference. Thomas the Tank Engine. Father Ted, yes. When I played guitar, I had an electric guitar. I still do. It's up in the up in the attic somewhere. Squier Stratocaster, because I couldn't afford the full Fender one. It's Squier by Fender. And I figured out the exact settings I needed on both the guitar and amp to completely pitch perfectly play the Father Ted theme tune. Yeah, the voice quality on Discord, you really need to be a Discord partner, and Landy, you probably get away with it. Podge and Raj, oh, back when they were on the Den! I remember like Podge and Raj at the beginning, and Zig and Zag, and Saki and Dustin, and somebody's about to get banned. Thank you, monster. Like, the Den used to be just the thing to watch because it had all the good stuff in, and now it's just kind of eh. Irish TV. Mind you, the whole Podge and Raj thing is hilarious now. Zig and Zag. They're on. They went to Channel 4 for a period. Zig and Zag did. They were like huge in the UK for a period, like in the late 90s, early 2000s. And they've just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth since. I had to come out of game. And you only did a timeout? Well done, Louis. Because it was very close to the time where I was going to come out of game and CBBC now. I remember when CBBC used to only be available on BBC Two. And only at like specific times. When you're banned from chat, or you're banned from YouTube? No, you're just banned from talking in chat. You have to learn French in school. Yeah, Stephen, that's not bad. I think it's really good that people are encouraged to learn second languages, even if they're forced. Zig and Zag have a new series and it's terrible. They're a cartoon. No! No, that's not Zig and Zag. What else was like on TV when I was younger? The Animals of Farthing Wood, which taught everybody about death in the most horrific ways. Like, I genuinely don't know how that's considered a children's program. Because, that's it. Like, the Animals of Farthing Wood is the original Game of Thrones. Once you started liking a character, you knew it was going to die. Because, like, the original cast of the Animals of Farthing Wood, I think 3 of them made it to the end of it. Pedro, that doesn't count as a second language. You do French and Spanish next year? That's good. Power Rangers, only Mighty... Well, most of the Power Rangers were good. I need to do, like, so many tweaks and edits to stuff. Because I don't like this number plate being... Ah! And it doesn't seem to have the number plate script. Unless I'm somehow missing it. Spanish is, I think, the second most widely spoken language in the world. After Chinese. But English is the language of business. You love how we started talking about kids programs. That's what happens here. Is we don't always have to talk about farming, because we can talk about whatever we want, because that's how YouTube works. There's no rules saying, "Oh, you've got to talk about farming in a farming stream." I want to talk about kids programs. We're talking about kids programs. Wacky races, and then you had what was it? Catch the Pigeon, the one with the pigeon. And Dick Dastardly, that was good as well. Do I remember you? Yes, I do, Dio. I didn't. It's my madhouse, and we talk about whatever we want to talk about. Wacky Races was good, but I always preferred. I can't remember the name of it fully, but it was the one with like Catch the Pigeon, and they were all in planes for some reason, and they were trying to catch a pigeon, and I can't remember why they were trying to catch the pigeon. Tom and Jerry is still a classic. Like, Tom and Jerry will never not be a classic. And the days, I'm sure Landy and Faye will remember this, the days where they throw on like an old Tom and Jerry or Looney Tunes or something like that, when they were running ahead of schedule and they needed to fill time in the schedule on TV.
Is that Dave? Dave's there.
Stephen Badger, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave? Dave's there.
Thais Vale, I think. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Thunderbirds, yes. Before it was a terrible movie. That movie ruined Thunderbirds. We have to see... Oh, you can find Tom and Jerry everywhere, dude. Back in World War One, they sent messages... Well, yes, but the one about the pigeon had Dick Dastardly was made in the 60s or 70s, I think. Thunderbirds. And oh, what was the other one? The one with the submarine. Was it Stingray? It unsubbed you for some reason. That happens. YouTube's a bit weird like that. Stingray was good as well. This is how to do a proper stream. It's just talk about kids programs on bailing. Why did I ban you? I don't believe I banned you, and the moderators probably had reason to ban you. Top Cat, yes. Dastardly and Muttley and their flying machines. That's the one where they were trying to catch the pigeon. That's the one where they're trying to catch the pigeon. I can't remember what the name of it actually was. Oh, you got to watch Top Cat before school? I was stuck with the animals of Farthingwood before the bus arrived for school. Top Gear with Clarkson. Oh, that's not too old, Adam. Animaniacs, yes, that's still on TV around here. Pinky and the Brain. The Muppets. Oh, the Muppets before they got ruined recently. Oh, that's why you got banned. Don't ask me, Ahmad. Don't like come into a stream and immediately ask to be a mod. The Smurfs. I never. When I was growing up, I had like 3 channels.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave?
Yeah, boy, GT's just subscribed. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I wonder if we can hit the sub goal today. Can we at least hit 6,100? I wonder, because that's 4 more subscribers. So if there's 4 of you out here watching that are enjoying but haven't done so already, please do feel free to subscribe. I just noticed I'm leaning off way to one side of the camera. Hello! I'm shy. Hello.
Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Is that Dave?
Dazlaz, thank you very much for subscribing. Oh, welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. The Wombles. Oh, I remember the Wombles. I can't remember the lyrics to the song. I'm gonna have to look up the Wombles theme tune after the stream. Remember you're a Womble. I'm gonna have to look up the Wombles theme after the stream and like sing along. Hello, Jordan. How am I? I am good.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave?
George Kelly's, I guess, resubscribed. Thanks to YouTube being a derp. Thank you very much, George. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. You're not even set up properly. I can continue on for an extra little bit until you're ready, Landy. I'm perfectly fine with that. Sesame Street. I never really watched Sesame Street. See you, Landy. My streams are too good. They're distracting everybody. Can't play Farm Sim till Monday because your laptop's getting service. That kind of sucks, but at the same time, means you get to watch more YouTube videos. Hey, there we go, 6,100. Thank you, guys. That's awesome. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo's still being made, but I used to watch the 60s and 70s era Scooby-Doo, where it was actually good. Where there was actually actual animation quality for the lowest possible budget. He-Man, I used to watch He-Man and She-Ra. So the, was it the Money Supermarket ads that are on at the moment with like He-Man and Skeletor? They entertain me to no end. Count Duckula. What was it actually called? Catch the Pigeon, Chris? Because I honestly can't remember. Like it's annoying now. I'm gonna have to Google it after the stream. You know those questions where you've just got The answer, you know the answer, but you can't remember it. You know the answer, you know the answer, but you just can't remember the answer. Have I played Skyrim? Yes, I've got like 60 hours in Skyrim and I keep starting over. I just realised I can mow this meadow, can't I? So let's get the baler in a shed. Oh, this is like parking in ETS2 all over again. Roadrunner was awesome. Yes. And that was only like... I think Roadrunner only had like 10 rules. And one of them was the coyote couldn't... Was it the coyote never learns? The coyote only ever orders stuff from Acme. The coyote can never ever catch the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner can only say meep meep. Wile E. Coyote can only ever speak with signs or, you know, not vocalize at all, which I think they did have him talking towards the end of it, which kind of made it terrible. Meep meep. Love the A-Team. The A-Team... If Sim was here, he'd be shouting Knight Rider right about now. So Sim's clearly not here. Airwolf, which is our unofficial theme when we play Wildlands. I'm gonna teleport over to the cows, because that's where I left the mowers, I believe. You never liked Airwolf. Pedro proving he has no taste whatsoever. That said, I wasn't particularly fond of Airwolf. I think the theme is better than the show itself. Fai's gonna shout about me cheating again. Wayne's World was one of her favorite films. It's only one of my favorites because it's got my favorite song in it, which is Bohemian Rhapsody. That's a song I can listen to literally endlessly. Just because it's one of Queen's best songs, I think. You guys can disagree with me all you like, but I genuinely think Bohemian Rhapsody is one of the best songs ever written. I'm sure Kanye West would have something to say about Beyonce, but eh. Let's get this over to... where is it? This field here. The Bionic Man. Oh, the $6 Million Man? I think it's one of Queen's best songs. I think it's one of the best songs ever. Never mind just one of Queen's best. Because, like, you've got good songs that are really, really good, and they tend to die off. Bohemian Rhapsody, actually, a lot of Queen's stuff just hasn't died. You know, Bohemian Rhapsody is, I think, 30 years old, and it's still every bit as good as the day it was written. We Are the Champions is still just the theme for people who win something. We Will Rock You is just the song. Everybody knows a lot of Queen songs. Queen is one of the best bands in history. I firmly believe this, and it's not because I'm a Queen fan, but it's because if you think about it, everybody knows at least 2 Queen songs. You know, you got Don't Stop Me Now, which everybody knows. We Are the Champions, which everybody knows. We Will Rock You, which everybody knows. Bohemian Rhapsody, which everybody knows bits of it. I'm not gonna say everybody knows all of Bohemian Rhapsody, but everybody knows bits of it. For sure. And then you got the lesser known ones like Flash. The theme tune Queen did for the Flash Gordon movie. I think it was the Flash Gordon movie back in the 80s. The theme tune Barcelona, which is technically Queen because Freddie Mercury, that they did for the 1992 Olympics. Which unfortunately Freddie Mercury never got to see the Olympics, but yeah. He still is a part of it. A part of Olympic history. because he wrote the theme tune for that Olympics. And sang it with Monster Gabriel. Landy is live. Well, thank you very much for letting me know, Simulator Gaming. That is going to be the end of the stream, guys. Monster is hopefully here still. Going to be spamming something. I should have the butterfly mower at the 8000. I should, but I don't have a butterfly mower. Henry? Monster, could you start spamming, please? Monster will be spamming the link to today's video. And I'll probably join in as well. Go and watch that if you haven't done so already. Landy will be live for about an hour and a half. Or at least have my video there. Wait until Landy's finished streaming, then go watch mine, then go watch Landy's video from today as well. So I'm gonna advertise Landy's video as well on his behalf. Because I think he did West Coast. He did an American map. I did West Coast.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave? Dave there.
I'm being handed food. Thank you. Thank you. What a way to end the stream. I'll be back tomorrow with more West Coast. I'll start a bit early, hopefully. Fingers crossed, if I wake up in time. Until next time, I'll leave it saying, I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on the West Coast. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.